Hi everyone, welcome back to the next diecast. In today's video, I'll be opening up several Hot Wheels ID cars I bought over the last few weeks from Amazon and eBay. These first four that you see here were bought off of Amazon. All four of these together came to just over $30 in total. Usually these ID cars are around $7 or $8 in total, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. So you see I got the 2020 Corvette, the Tesla Cybertruck, the solid muscle pickup, and the Nightburner. You can find all four of these cars on Amazon still. These are all from different series from the ID line. You can see they come in all these different nice boxes. And these cars do have the NFC chips on the bottom too, as is what the ID cars pretty much are. And you can scan them and race them in the ID app. So as you can see, for each of these boxes, you have kind of a picture of the car on the top and on the inside of the lid. Then you have a visible kind of square on the bottom where the NFC chip can actually be scanned and everything. And each car does come with kind of a special Spectre Flame paint to it. You can see here's the inside window part of the box. And this one does have a picture of the Cybertruck on the top. I guess this is a newer release, so they changed the box design just a little bit. The Cybertruck and the 2020 Corvette are fairly new to the line, but the Nightburner and Solid Muscle, I think, were introduced a while back when Hot Wheels first launched the line. So here's the Corvette here in kind of that cool orange. So we'll go ahead and get all four of these cars out of their boxes once I finish kind of showing off this box here. We'll start with the Nightburner. As you can see, once you get these kind of boxes out of the inside, I'm not really sure. These kind of have an inside box, there's the outside box with the flap on it. So on the inside box, that's where the cars are kept in kind of this protective packaging. So here's the Nightburner in kind of this awesome Spectre Flame green with the bluish rims. All these ID cars do come with a much higher quality paint than the mainline cars and special wheels and tires. The tires are not rubber, but they are branded tires, which is cool to see. And here's that kind of plastic packaging here too. Next, we'll open up the Solid Muscle truck. It's kind of like a futuristic pickup truck. I don't think it's based off any particular real-life truck. But this is in purple, and you have kind of the pinstripe detail on it. And there's actually two nitrous tanks in the back, or in the bed, I should say. Very cool. Love the purple. It looks awesome next to the Nightburner, too, as you'll see here. Up next, we have the Tesla Cybertruck. I actually got this one for only $5. There was a brief sale for these on Amazon, so I was happy to get one for under the retail price. And this casting was larger than I thought, which is kind of cool. And this does feature the Cyber Quad in the back. The mainline release does not have the Cyber Quad, but I love the color on this one. Kind of an unpainted chrome appearance to it. Looks awesome. Last but not least, for this set, we have the 2020 Corvette. I love the orange on this one. This dark orange was actually available on the real car in previous generations of the car. I wish they brought it back for the C8, but this one looks amazing in that orange. I think the real paint color was called Daytona Sunset or something like that, but yeah, this looks awesome. Love it. Of course, you always have the well-detailed headlight and taillights on these ID cars, and just the overall amazing look to the paint and everything, which is always nice to see. All right, here's our first four cars from these ID purchases that I made. Now on to the next unboxings. All right, let's open up two more of these Hot Wheels ID cars I got off of Amazon. These were just under $7 each. I think they were maybe $6.80, maybe $6.90 something. I got these in the same order. They came to, I think, just under $14 in total. Yeah, the standard price for these ID cards is about $7. I didn't think that was bad. And a lot of these seem to be going up in price on Amazon, with the exception of a few. And these two are in that few. So we have the Super Blitzen, which is an interesting kind of fantasy race car. Here it is inside the ID box. This is from the Hot Wheels Race Team series. This is a Ryu Hasada model, which is awesome. Well, I really like the Spectre Flame kind of gold that's on it. And then we have the Rip Rod. This is from the Hot Wheels Great series, as you can see here. And this is good because I don't have any other Hot Wheels Greats cars from the ID series. That means that I can now race in Hot Wheels Greats only races on the ID app. So awesome. So we'll open these up. Aside from, the front of the box, you have the picture of the car on top, Hot Wheels ID, and then you have the scan thing. There's the NFC chip visible underneath there. Your standard Hot Wheels ID boxes. I think the box definitely factors into the price along with the NFC chip. I don't know what everyone else's thoughts are on the prices of these Hot Wheels ID cars. I think as long as you're paying, $10 or under, including shipping and everything for individual ID cars, I think you're getting like a decent deal. So we'll open up the rip rod first. Okay, you just gotta get the tape off and we'll take it out of the box. You have to actually untape both sides. I use just the knife to open it up. So I'll push this out. All right, there's the rip rod. Like this protective packaging it comes in. Yeah, this packaging at least accounts for at least a couple dollars worth of the price. I mean, you have this box, you have this plastic, you have this kind of nice outside box with a magnetic clasp. You have like the car artwork on there. So really like these boxes that they came in. All right, there's the rip rod. Kind of a cool sort of, gunmetal or unpainted clear coat Spectra flame. You have the green and black flames on the sides and these awesome green wheels too. Now keep in mind that I have seen reviews of this model where they say that the axles actually bend. I'm not going to be racing this on any track anytime soon probably, but just keep that in mind if you're buying this and you actually do race your ID cars on the track. So, and there's that chip on the bottom there. Awesome casting. I have a regular non-ID version of this in black and red. It came in a 5-pack. So I'm glad to have another one now. All right, next we'll open up the Super Blitzen. Again, it's in the Spectra Flame Gold. You have the pinkish kind of rose base and the black and gold tires. There it is in there. We'll get this out of the box next. All right, there we go. This box did come with some very light damage to it. I'm not really, like right there and stuff. Not a big deal to me. I pretty much just use these boxes for storage. I might display them someday on like my... I might display them someday on top of my display case here, actually. Right now I have just these 1/36 scale Kinsmark cars up there, but I could potentially put some ID boxes up there. That's just a thought. But here's the Super Blitzen in the Spectra Flame Gold. I don't have any Super Blitzens. This is actually the first time I'm getting this casting. I think this might be an Amazon exclusive. I'm not really too sure on that. If you get the Spectra Flame Ice Blue version, that is a Smart Track exclusive. So that'll be a higher price if you happen to just get the the car itself and not the car with the Smart Track. This is cool. I love the paint on this and the Hot Wheels tampos and all that. You got 42 on the roof. It says Hot Wheels Racing. There is a Ryu Asada signature on some versions of this. This one just says Racing on the back, but really cool. Love the gold on here. But yeah, 2 more awesome looking fantasy castings from the ID series. A couple days after I got these 2 fantasy castings I just opened, I got the Arachna Rod in the mail. I also got this off of Amazon. This is only $4, one of the cheapest ones I've gotten from Amazon. It's kind of a cool looking spider shaped car, an awesome looking fantasy car in general, but we'll get this out of the box next. It's kind of a grayish gunmetal color with some red accents, red wheels, and this kind of chrome spider looking thing on the top, which is really kind of cool to see. I don't have this particular casting, so I was glad to get it. And you'll see right here, it looks awesome. This is from, I think, the Street Beast series, so I was glad to get a car from that series. There's some of the detail on the side and everything, too. Cool looking car. And last but not least, for the unboxings here, we have the Asphalt Assault and the Power 24 GT. I got both of these off of eBay for, I think, around $5.30 each, which is under retail. Under the usual retail price of almost $7 for these ID cars. So I thought I got a great deal in that sense. I don't have either of these castings. I just have these ID versions here, which is cool. Here is the Asphalt Assault. It's kind of done in a Spectra Flame Silver with these kind of interesting looking pinkish purple windows and sort of matching wheels too, which is cool to see. It's kind of based off an early 2000s Japanese tuner car. I kind of get Toyota Celica vibes from it when I look at it. But here's the car here. You can see it's got some cool graphics on it and also a rear-mounted spoiler to it as a separately cast plastic piece. And the wheels, I think, pair up well with this silver color, too. And you have some engine detailing in the front that kind of pokes out a little bit. Here's that. Then we have the Power 24 GT, which is a new casting. I think they released it just last year. It's an ID-only casting as of right now. It's based off like a European, GT racer. It features an adjustable front splitter on it. Kind of has this cool bluish purple Spectre Flame paint with the rear spoiler too. So we'll see this in a sec here. And I do like the Redline tires that are on it. They're kind of like these chrome, like Redline wheels, which look really, really cool. They pair up well with this paint job. Nice graphics on there and engine detailing too. And some interior detailing is actually present too. But yeah, 2 more cool ID cars. All right, here's all 9 of our recent additions to the Hot Wheels ID collection. All of these were off either Amazon or eBay. I got pretty good deals on all of them. Most of these were at the standard $6.99 price range, but I was able to get the Cybertruck for only $4.99 because Amazon had it available for that price for a brief time. There was an Instagram user who pointed out that they were selling these for $4.99, so thank you. I forget your name, but if you're a diecast Instagrammer, or Instagram user, I guess I should say, and you put up a link or whatever, thank you. Didn't know that Amazon was actually carrying the Cybertruck for that price, but they are. I think now it's up to like $8.99 or something like that, which isn't a terrible price for an ID car, but still, I was glad I got it for the $4.99. The cheapest was actually the Arachna Rod. That was only $4 flat, and free shipping and everything too from Amazon. The Corvette definitely paid a bit more than I should have for, but I was waiting for quite some time to get a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox 2020 Corvette casting in my collection, and now I finally have. And the color and everything about it is just amazing looking. So I'm really happy that I have that now. So real quick, we have Arachna Rod. We have the Night Burner, which features a spinning like turbine on the inside. If you just blow into this pipe back here, then the wheel actually spins, or the turbine actually spins. Solid muscle. And these 3 were off of Amazon, by the way. Kind of a futuristic pickup truck concept. You have kind of 2 nitrous tanks back there and nice sort of pinstriping going on too. And then we have the Asphalt Assault, kind of based off, an early 2000s Japanese tuner car. Kind of looks like a Toyota Celica to me, just a little bit. Comment down below if you think the same, but this is silver with kind of the purple wheels, pinkish windows and stuff. I thought it was a really cool looking casting. And I actually don't have any of these castings back here at all. Some of my ID castings I have an ID version and a non-ID version of, but for everything here except for the Rip Rod, I do have a non-ID version of this. I don't have any of these in my collection, aside from these ID versions that you see here. So I thought that was kind of cool that I was able to do that. Then in this row, we have Super Blitzen in gold, with the Hot Wheels Racing Deco on the side there. Then in this row, we have the Rip Rod. I got this because it's from the Hot Wheels Greats series. All of these are each from a different series. Like this one is from the Turbo series. This one is from Eurosport, Hot Trucks, Supercars, and like Street Beasts, all these other series. So, but it is kind of cool to have all these different cars from all these different series, I should say. So this was the Rip Rod. This is the Power 24 GT. This is only available as an ID casting as of now. It even says Hot Wheels ID on the spoiler back there. It's kind of based off like a European like track car, I suppose. It has kind of these red line wheels on it, which I think are really cool. Then we have the Tesla Cybertruck, complete with the Cyber Quad in the back. I love the kind of unpainted look to it and like the wheels and everything. And the Cyber Quad. If you get the mainline version of the Cybertruck, you won't get the Cyber Quad. This is an exclusive feature to the ID version, along with it being an ID version of course. I think the wheels are actually better on the ID version too. They're less, I think the proportions are a little bit better, but you can actually see inside the interior just a bit, complete with the steering yoke and the seats in there too. Last but certainly not least, we have the 2020 C8 Corvette in this kind of Spectre Flame orange or Spectre Flame copper. Beautiful looking casting with this paint on there, has the nice detailed Corvette badge back there and the detailed lights too. But I'm happy with all of these finds. I will certainly be getting more ID cars in the future. I know they're gonna be releasing some more soon. Like there's a Porsche Taycan, there's a Ford Bronco R, stuff like that. I think they're starting to show up in stores now maybe, I'm not really too sure. I may try to venture out to a Target at some point to actually see for myself, but yeah, I was glad to have all of these cars added to my collection. So feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on these cars that I got here, or if you like the ID app in general, or if you collect any of these particular cars. Here's one more go around with all of them. I love the kind of rainbow that I created here. It's very cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.